with Amanda, or MakeupbyMandy24. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who she is because her videos are awesome. So thanks for being here, Amanda.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I thought it would be really cool to do a back to school advice video because a lot of you have been requesting it, and I thought it would be awesome to have Amanda do it with me because Amanda's actually going to be a freshman in high school. As I like choke on my own spit here. I have been through high school and college, so I thought it would be really cool for you guys to kind of just get two totally different perspectives on things, like one from somebody who is about to embark on this new journey in life and somebody who's just like already been through it. We went onto Twitter and asked you guys to tweet us questions.
I think you just have to like realize that some things you don't really want to do, like say you'd rather hang out with your friends more than do your homework, but you kind of just have to give up some things to make it all work out, because you can't just hang out with your friends all this time and spend like 10 minutes for your homework, because it's not going to work out like that.
I think it's definitely about prioritizing, and even if you want to prioritize your friends and social life above everything else, it's just kind of like balancing and working really hard, and then you get rewarded with like time with your friends and stuff. Even though I will say that I didn't always take that advice, there were definitely times where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with my friends, like I don't feel like doing this.
There's definitely going to be people that are willing to help you, and I know because I'm going into a new school next year, so I still don't really know what I'm doing. I went to my school for registration to get my locker and stuff, and like my locker wouldn't close, like I had to like kick it in to close. So I know I'm gonna have like problems with that, but I know that there's people that are gonna be there to help me out. And if you're not, like, I know people are like, oh I'm too shy to ask for help, like it's not like embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, they've all been through it. Yeah, everybody has been through it. Like everybody that's a senior was a freshman at one point, and they totally understand what you're going through. Also a good idea, like the first day of school, this is what my friends and I would do. We would always like choose a place where we would all meet, so that way we could like be together, and it's a lot more comforting as opposed to just like walking onto campus and like not knowing where anybody is. If you set like one place where you guys meet, or if you even like can come to school together, like even in pairs or something, it makes everything a lot better because you're not like, oh my god, I'm by myself. I guess only things that you think will like wear off during the day, like maybe like you're like me and you have dark under eye circles and your concealer won't last for that long, like maybe bring an extra concealer with you just to touch up, and nothing too crazy. You don't want to be like in the bathroom spending your whole like lunch just doing your makeup, you know? Yeah.
When I was in high school, I didn't wear makeup like on a regular basis at all. I like hardly wore any, and when I did, it was just kind of for fun and experimentation. But I would always have like a lip balm because I hate having chapped lips. It's just like the worst feeling. And then 5th period, this is so random, 5th period was my blotting period. I would try to like go the entire day up until 5th period, which was right before lunch, and then 5th period I would like blot my face with like blotting sheets, so I'd always have those with me. And I actually got, like I sat at a table with a bunch of guys, and I actually got them to start blotting.
Really?
So then every time 5th period rolled around, like everybody around me would be taking blotting sheets. So there's like this corner of the room and we're like all blotting our faces. It was so funny.
No, you can use like toilet seat covers.
Yes, those are so good. Those are like the best. So I highly recommend using toilet sheet covers. They work really well and they're free. Just don't use a used one because that would be gross.
Make sure it's not something that has been touched anywhere else, because you don't want to put it on your face.
Yeah, you don't want butt on your face. Oh, body spray. I would like carry body spray with me because after like doing any kind of
sport. Even when it's back to school and it's like still hot, you'll be like sweating, and like if you can't wear like shorts and a crop top to school, like you have to cover up a little bit more and you'll be extra hot.
There is the way that I would suggest to handle things, and then there's the way that my high school self probably would have handled things, which is
most people would
just be silent and like pretend and just like try to like
avoid eye contact.
Yeah, like that's probably what I would have done because I was like too shy to like confront people. But if it were me now, or even in college, I feel like I would have been more comfortable going up to the person and just being like, hey, like I know like stuff happened, it's a new school year, like let's start off on a fresh foot. It's not like you have to be like best friends with that person and like attached at the hip or anything, but it's good to just kind of like clear the air and know that everything's
like,
okay.
Be okay with them. Like you just like walk by them and say hi or whatever. Like you don't have to be like friends with them, but you also don't have to be like enemies with them. You
don't have to be like, oh my god, like avoid all
And it's just
eye
like, it's so awkward too, because I know I've been in that situation, like where you don't know really how to act in front of someone and you're like, you just kind of like try not to talk to them, but you still see them around. It's like so much easier to just get over it and just like next time you walk past them, say hi or something. Yeah, something as simple as like a hi and a smile can totally just like clear the air. And you'll be like surprised at how well that works, because that'll probably shock the other person that, wait, are we okay? Did something happen? Or?
Exactly. And like things can just clear up from a simple hi and a smile.
I think that I would just kind of play with them and just like act really nice to them too. Like even though you're probably inside like, oh my god, I hate them, like I don't even want to have them as my teacher, but if you're just like nice to them, it's like, okay, what more can they do to you? I mean, if they're already mean to you and then you're like doing stuff that isn't the nicest to them, or you're like disobeying them even more, like they have more power than you. So you can't really like try to stand up to them or something, because it's like you just won't win. I've been pretty lucky and I had pretty awesome teachers and professors. Like there were only maybe a couple that were just like not as pleasant. All in all, I would just say like be the best student that you can, let your work speak for itself and do your work really well, and just know that you're not going to have to be in that situation permanently. And it just kind of gives you a taste of the real world. You're not always going to be around super nice people, and when you start working and you're with other people, you're not going to get along with everyone. Not everyone is going to like you, and it just gives you a taste of reality. So just do the best that you can, try to stay positive, and just do really good work and show that teacher who's boss. I had an English teacher my freshman year. He had us like write letters to our senior selves. Yeah, I did that in 8th grade. Really? Did you write it to your senior self in high school? So oh my gosh. Get it when we that is awesome. So you did it like even sooner. Yeah. So that's gonna be really cool. Did you like do it with your friends? Could you like put like letters from your friends? Yeah, they told us we could do that, but we had to write it and give it into them in one day, and they didn't really tell us anything. But it was really cool because I know it's gonna be like so much different. It's just I just am so excited to see what's gonna come out of it, because it's like 4 years. Like 4 years isn't that much, but like the 4 years in high school is gonna be so much more jam-packed than like 4 years going from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Exactly. I remember getting my letter back and just being like, what the heck? Why was I writing this? And like the teacher allowed us basically to create little time capsules. So we had like letters from friends, like little notes and just like little trinkets that friends would put in. And I had no idea that people did that. And when you get to your senior year, there are like notes from people that have like moved or that you kind of just drifted away from, and it kind of like brought everybody back together, and it was really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to like how much of a difference it's gonna be in like gaining independence, and just kind of like everything is gonna change, because it's a lot different from going into middle school to high school. It's like a completely different thing, and I'm really looking forward to like meeting so many different people, because there's gonna be so many more people than you already know, and I just know it's gonna be like 4 years of like so much is gonna happen. Like you're gonna meet so many people. Like there's also gonna be bad times, which is like not something I'm looking forward to, but it's kind of like lessons that you'll learn. Exactly. And I feel like you learn a lot of lessons when you're in high school, because you go through things like not only individually, but as like a group, like with your group of friends, and it just kind of like makes you closer and makes you stronger. We have a boy question. So I feel like this is something that just happens in life in general, but it happens a lot when you're in school. It's a very common problem. So what would you say, Amanda? Okay, well, I probably have a different view than other people. It depends on like how serious it is. If you like have real feelings for this person and like you like actually want to like be in a relationship with them, like you really feel close to them, you don't just think they're hot or something, then that's when it would be harder. And if like you and your friend are like starting to get mad at each other and fight, like it's really not worth it. And like I know that I haven't been through it, but my sister tells me, she's like, boys are like the main reason that girls are in fights, and it happens a lot. So that's just something that you want to try to go away from. Like however it will happen is how it's going to happen. Like you can't really change how the boy feels about you or the boy feels about your friend. But with me and my friends, we're kind of just like, well, if he likes you, then congratulations, you can have him. Like we're not really fighting over him.
If you're ever in that situation, it's good to like sit down and talk with your friend before anything actually happens, so you guys know that you're on the same page. Like go through different scenarios, like okay, if like he likes me, how would you feel about that? And if he likes you, how would I feel about that? What would make us both comfortable? So like, would your friend be okay if the guy likes you and you guys like want to go out? Would your friend be okay with that? And not just okay as in like saying okay but then really being upset about it. You have to like understand that they're like okay with it for sure. And because you don't want one of those like weird like, oh yeah, I'm okay with it, but then they're really
like not talking to you and they're kind of like, this is kind of annoying. Because like if it's like that and they're like kind of mad at first, like it's just gonna keep building up, and then one day they're just gonna be like, okay, I'm not okay with this, like we can't be friends, and you're gonna be like, I thought you were okay with it.
Yeah, so you just have to like be honest and upfront. Like if it's something that's really gonna bother you, tell your friend that. So that is all of our advice, I guess. Ask questions down below, comment on things, and I'm gonna answer as many as I can. Like if you have additional questions on top of this, I'm gonna try and like give my advice to you guys. Be sure to subscribe to Amanda's channel. Her channel is MakeupbyMandy24. She's awesome, and be sure to follow her on Twitter as well. I'll have her links down below for you guys.
We made a video on my channel. We did a picture day look, so we had two makeup tutorials. One I did, one she did.
Yep.
So you can check that out.
I will link that down below for you guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Got me singing.